The 1970s were a velvet smooth era. Soulful horns, satin harmonies, and bass lines that walked like honey. Songs that floated through backyard cookouts, candlelit living rooms, and late-night slow dances. Maybe you remember the big hits, but tonight we're going deeper. Hidden gems, B-sides, and underrated grooves that deserve another spin. Let's rediscover the soul voice we almost let slip away. Number 15, So in Love by Curtis Mayfield.
The time we kiss is such a pleasant taste.
Released in 1975 on Curtis Records, this track came during a transformative era for Curtis Mayfield. After his Superfly success, when he was leaning even more into lush orchestration and quiet introspection.
Look at you, you know we're so in love.
So, In Love wasn't pushed hard on radio the way his anthems were, and that meant a lot of folks missed just how deep this one runs. You can almost see it. A smoky lounge on the south side of Chicago, neon flickering softly against the window. Lovers swaying so slowly, it's more like floating. That gentle guitar line feels like a sigh.
Know this feeling good and strong. Trying hours we seem to get.
The strings wrap around you. Curtis isn't belting, he's whispering truth. It's a love song that doesn't show off, it settles in. Here's the trivia most folks don't know. Mayfield recorded multiple vocal takes nearly in a whisper because he wanted the intimacy to feel like someone singing right beside your ear. Not to the crowd, to you. Though it never topped charts, the song became a quiet favorite among musicians, sampled, borrowed from, loved in silence.
So in love.
And today, when it comes on, it still feels like being held gently during a moment you don't ever want to end. If that was tender, hold on, because the next one brings that Sunday cookout groove we all remember. Number 14, What's Come Over Me by Blue Magic. Released in 1974 under Atco Records, this track came at a moment when Philadelphia soul was painting the airwaves in satin textures and dreamlike strings. Blue Magic were known for their harmonies, silky, celestial, almost weightless. And this song is one of their finest emotional confessions, though it rarely gets the spotlight it deserves compared to their bigger hit sideshow. There's a story behind it. During recording sessions at Sigma Sound Studios, the group worked closely with producer Norman Harris, who wanted the song to feel like a late-night conversation you only admit during your most vulnerable hour. So the vocals were layered gently, never pushing, never pleading, just opening up. It's heartbreak without the shouting, love without the certainty. Picture it, a slow dance at a basement party. The lights low, the world hushed, the moment trembling with what might be. The song glides, soft drums, velvet strings, and harmonies melting like candle wax. It charted modestly, but its legacy is personal, not public.
You see, I must have gone through some changes when I kissed your picture.
This is the kind of track people remember when someone says, "There was this one slow jam. I can't describe it, but it felt like falling in love." And if that one tugged at the heart, this next track, it's pure stepping groove. Number 13, Groove Line by Heatwave. Released in 1978 on Epic Records, this was Heatwave in full motion, coming off the fire of Boogie Nights and just before the smooth romance of Always and Forever. But while the other two got all the attention, Groove Line was the movement. The soundtrack to roller rinks, skating parties, rooftop block get-togethers, and dance floors sweating under mirror ball light. There's a reason this one hits so hard. Heatwave's rhythm section didn't just play the beat. They wrote it. The bass walks, the percussion shakes loose, and those guitar licks snap like fingers in a crowded club. It's joy in motion. Here's the overlooked gem. The band's founder, Johnny Wilder Jr., insisted that the groove feel like a train picking up momentum, starting steady, then rolling, pushing, and finally lifting the crowd off the floor. And that's exactly what it does, every single time. While it charted decently, it never became the cultural shorthand their other hits did. But for those who know, this song is the party. And if you thought that groove was irresistible, the next one is pure front porch summer soul. Number 12, Be Thankful for What You Got, by William DeVaughn.
Remember, brothers and sisters.
Released in 1974 on Roxbury Records, this song rode in on a quiet wave. No flashy label machine, no superstar push.
Diamond in the back, sun top, digging the scene with a gangster.
William DeVaughn, his son, was actually working as a government draftsman when he stepped into Sigma Sound Studios to record it. Hardly anyone expected the track to become the warm, slow-rolling soul classic it is today. It's a groove built on patience, steady, unhurried, like a Sunday afternoon breeze drifting through the neighborhood.
Though you may not drive.
The bass line strolls. The guitar sparkles with that unmistakable Philly soul shimmer. And DeVaughn's voice, gentle, almost conversational, like he's talking to you over the front porch rail with a glass of iced tea in hand.
In the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean.
Here's the detail most folks forget. The background vocals came from members of MFSB, the same powerhouse collective behind countless Philly hits. This wasn't just a record, it was a community moment. And of course, that famous line, diamond in the back, sunroof top. It became more than lyrics. It became a mood, a mindset, a picture of pride without riches. The song climbed high on the charts, but somehow, in the grand tapestry of 70s soul, it slipped into that category we cherish quietly. And that's why we're bringing it back into the light today. If that warmed your spirit, this next one brings the romantic nightlight glow we all remember. Number 11, I Wanna Get Next to You by Royce.
I wanna get next to you.
From the 1976 Car Wash soundtrack on MCA Records, Royce delivered one of the most tender, slow-burn love songs of the decade. While Car Wash became the radio-filling anthem, this track was the one lovers held close to their chest.
So fine. And girl, you make me feel so innocent.
Lead vocalist Gwen Dickey performs with a softness that feels almost shy, like the moment before you confess how deeply you're really feeling someone. The strings don't rush, the horns don't shout. The whole arrangement leans in close, like it's letting you in on something private and glowing.
Must you be unkind and tell me I'm not your kind?
The story goes, producer Norman Whitfield wanted this track to float like a whispered crush. So the mix leaves space. Space for your heartbeat to sink to the song. Space for memory. Space for longing. This song didn't just play at school dances, it defined them. And if you're feeling that warmth,
still I wanna get next to you.
the next track brings soul with a touch of gospel fire. Number 10, Love, Need, and Want You by Patti LaBelle.
I love you, honey,
Released in 1983 on Philadelphia International Records, yes, early 80s. But the sound and spirit of this track are undeniably rooted in that late 70s Philly soul warmth. Patti LaBelle had already weathered transitions, reinventions, and artistic rebirths by this point. And on this song, she doesn't belt the house down. She lets the emotion breathe slow and deep. The production from Gamble and Huff is velvet smooth, feather-light strings, mellow keyboards, bass like footsteps in soft sand. Patti delivers the kind of yearning that doesn't cry.
When we're together, say I'm alright.
It aches. Anyone who's ever loved someone quietly, deeply, without knowing if they felt the same, hears themselves in this song. Here's something most don't realize. This track became a core DNA sample for the future of R&B. Nelly and Kelly Rowland used its heart for Dilemma. And yet, Patti's original remains the pure ember.
Loving need and want you, babe. Loving need and want you, babe.
Glowing low, steady, unforgettable. If that one spoke to slow love tenderness, the next track, it brings that sweet mid-tempo sunshine groove. Number 9, Lovely Day by Bill Withers. Released in 1977 on Columbia Records, Lovely Day is one of those songs that feels simple until you really listen. Bill Withers, ever the poet of everyday emotion, wrote it to celebrate the small joys that hold us together. No grand romance, no heartbreak opera, just the miracle of waking up and choosing peace. And yet, here's the twist. When it first came out, the track didn't soar up the charts the way his earlier hits did. It lived more quietly, more personally, passed around through mixtapes, morning radio soft soul shows, and warm kitchen air on Sunday mornings. The legendary piece, of course, is Bill's nearly 18-second sustained note, recorded in a single take. Not to show off, but to smile through sound. This song isn't loud joy, it's gentle joy, sunshine in the chest. And if you're feeling lifted, the next one moves the body. Just wait. Number 8, The Makings of You by Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Expression of happiness, boy, you couldn't miss.
Released in 1974 on Buddha Records, this version of The Makings of You came just as Gladys Knight and the Pips were stepping fully into their lush, emotionally rich mid-70s sound.
Such would astound you, the joy of children laughing.
Originally written by Curtis Mayfield, this interpretation turns the song into something softer, more intimate, like a whispered confession shared at twilight. This is a track that glows. The strings shimmer like candlelight. The rhythm is unhurried, steady, gentle, sure.
Ooh, the makings of you.
And Gladys sings not with force, but with knowing. The kind of warmth that comes from having loved deeply enough to understand the quiet places of the heart. Here's the hidden magic. The background layering on the chorus was done in near darkness in the studio. They dimmed the lights so the group would feel the mood instead of perform it. And you can hear it, that closeness, that tenderness, that calm devotion.
Describing the makings of you.
Though never their biggest chart hit, this song became a favorite at wedding receptions, anniversary dinners, and slow Saturday mornings. It's the kind of tune that reminds you what it feels like to be seen, not for your image, but for your soul. If the last few entries touched your heart, stay with me, because the next 7 songs are where the memories get real deep. If these forgotten gems are bringing back feelings, give this video a thumbs up. It helps keep this music alive for new ears. And don't go anywhere. We're only halfway through, and the top 7 are still ahead. And trust me, they hold some serious soul. Number 7, I Choose You by Willie Hutch, released in 1973 on Motown's subsidiary label.
Girl, and it's you that I've learned to love, and I place no one.
This song was tucked inside the soundtrack for the Mac, and for years it lived in that world. Late night screenings, whispered quotes, and underground mood. Willie Hutch was already a respected songwriter and producer at Motown. But here, he stepped fully into the spotlight with a ballad that feels like rose petals falling in slow motion. The arrangement is pure cinematic soul, warm horns, a steady heartbeat of bass, strings swirling like smoke in soft light. Hutch's voice has that husky tenderness, a vulnerability that doesn't break, but bends gently, like someone finally admitting what they feel in their chest.
I found that once in a lifetime.
For many listeners, the rediscovery came decades later when hip-hop producers like Kanye West and UGK sampled it. But the original still has something no sample could hold: the full bloom. The emotion that rises like the sun warm in a cold room. This isn't just a love song, it's a promise. And promises like this stay with you.
Goodness, and oh, I feel real.
And if that one had your heart leaning forward, the next track, it brings silky smooth late night soul. Number 6, Immune. Baby, This Love I Have by Minnie Riperton.
I hope you recognize what's right before your eyes.
Released in 1975 on Epic Records as part of her classic album Adventures in Paradise, this track often gets overshadowed by Lovin' You. But here, Minnie Riperton shows a different side.
Just to tell you that I need you, baby.
Sensuous, aware, quietly powerful. The production by Stevie Wonder's team, including the legendary Wonderlove musicians, gives this song a warm, flowing undercurrent, like candlelight reflecting on dark mahogany wood.
I show my hand, the method to my madness, you.
Minnie's voice melts here. No whistle register, no vocal acrobatics, just pure emotional color. She sings with the gentleness of someone letting you in. The rhythm is slow but confident, the bass line strolling with ease, the keyboards glowing soft and golden. Here's a piece of trivia. Rap fans know this one well. It's the sample source for A Tribe Called Quest's lyrics to Go. But hearing the original reveals all the breadth, the warmth, the longing that no sample can fully hold. This song feels like a memory you live inside of. And if you think that was smooth, the next one, straight romantic elegance. Number 5, You Are My Starship by Norman Connors, feat Michael Henderson. Released in 1906 on Buddha Records, this is the kind of slow jam that glides. Norman Connors, a jazz drummer and producer, crafted songs like Dream Sequences, weightless, luxurious, hypnotic. And Michael Henderson's voice here, it's silk, pure silk.
My starship, come take me up tonight.
The track feels like late night, the quiet part, when the world has softened and the conversation is low and every emotion feels true. The strings drift like clouds over moonlight. The bass smooths everything down to a gentle pulse. The entire song is one long exhale, but the story behind it is golden. Henderson recorded the vocals in one take, no retakes, no punch-ins. Norman Connors heard it back and said,
My starship, come take me up tonight.
We're not touching it. That's the moment. That's the truth. It became a quiet storm essential, a lover's song whispered between slow embraces. And now, we're stepping into the final 4. And trust me, These are the ones that will hit you right in the memory. Number 4, Sparkle by Aretha Franklin. Released in 1906 on Atlantic Records, Sparkle comes from the soundtrack of the film Sparkle, with music written and produced by Curtis Mayfield. This was Aretha stepping into a new kind of soul. Smooth, elegant, and adorned with that unmistakable Mayfield sweetness. But because the film didn't explode commercially on first release, this song ended up living in the shadows of her massive 70s catalog. Yet, listen close and you hear a woman who has lived love, joy, disappointment, longing, and renewal. All held together in a single glowing vocal performance. The horns shimmer. The strings feel like sunlight off crystal glass. And Aretha, she doesn't overpower the moment. She caresses it, warm, radiant, knowing the legacy quietly grew. Quiet Storm Radio embraced it, crate diggers treasured it, and soul lovers passed it along like a whispered treasure. And if that one shimmered softly, this next track, it slides right into your chest. Number 3, Choosing You by Bill Summers and Summers.
It'll jam the box. Put some hands together, gang, for Bill Summers and Summer Heat.
Heat released in 1906 on Prestige Records. This track has the kind of groove that just glides. Bill Summers was a percussionist deeply rooted in jazz and Afro-Caribbean rhythms. And here, he blends them into a slow swaying R&B mood that feels like sunset glowing off warm skin. The vocals float, easy, affectionate, honest. The kind of love song that doesn't need to show off to make its point. What makes this track special is its movement.
In between, it's for everyone.
The rhythm doesn't rush, it rolls. Like two people dancing close enough to feel each other breathe. Though it charted modestly, this song became a soul connoisseur essential. The kind of track you heard at grown folks' backyard cookouts when the sun dipped low and the laughter got soft. It's romance without theatrics, just presence. If that felt like summer love, the next one carries a whole lifetime of memory. Number 2, Stylistics, You Are Everything.
Everything, and everything is you.
Released in 1971 on Avco Records, produced by the legendary Tom Bell, this is Philadelphia soul at its most featherlight and glowing.
I just can't go on living long as I do.
Russell Tompkins Jr.'s falsetto doesn't just sing, it floats. His voice feels like the moment your heart realizes it's falling in love. This is the kind of song that played through quiet bedroom radios, through wedding receptions, through late-night drives when someone was on your mind. The strings descend like soft rain. The guitar brushes each moment gently, and the harmonies feel like being held. Here's the story. Tom Bell wanted the song to never touch the ground, so the bass sits soft, never heavy. The drums whisper. Everything exists just above the air, delicate as a shared secret. This song didn't need to be loud to be unforgettable. And now, nothing prepares you for number one. Adored by Prince, released in 1987 on Paisley Park, Warner Brothers.
I was rapping till the sun came up.
Yes, late 80s. But this is the spiritual child of 70s slow jam sensibility. This is the grandchild of Marvin, of Minnie, of Isaac.
Love took me like you were afraid.
Prince recorded Adore with the kind of craftsmanship and emotional vulnerability that echoes the Quiet Storm lineage of the decade before. This is not the Prince of Purple Rain theatrics. This is the Prince who whispers your name in the dark.
We just what you mean to be.
The Prince who understands how love moves through silence. The horns sigh, the electric piano pulses warm and low. The drums barely tap the air, and Prince's voice is a love letter, trembling, honest, aching. When soul fans talk about songs that stop time, this is one.
Keep it, baby. They know this is serious.
It became a generational slow dance anthem not through radio, but through memory. Passed along, cherished, lived. From front porch sunshine grooves to midnight slow burn confessions, these underrated 70s R&B gems remind us how deeply music can feel. Thanks for strolling with us through the Velvet Decade. If this journey brought back memories, subscribe to keep the soul alive. And don't stop here. Click the end screen to roll into our next playlist. 15 R&B songs you forgot from 1968. Let's keep the groove going.